Well, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Aaron Nagler here with Cheesehead TV, coming to you live on Friday. Final practice day for the Packers prior to taking on the Minnesota Vikings in their Week 1 showdown of the NFL season. The NFL kicking off last night with a drubbing of the Houston Texans by the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Can't say that came as much of a surprise, but it was nice to have football back, no doubt about it. Good morning to everybody in the comments. I love beating the Vikings. So do I, Chris Dorsey. It is a very gratifying feeling when the Green Bay Packers run roughshod over the purple ones, and let's hope that's what happens on Sunday. Boggs, what's up? Game weekend, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. And Ags, what is your final record prediction now that you pretty much know the team the Packers will have for 2020? Nice Cheesehead TV plug in Rogers' interview, by the way. Oh, promotion in motion, always. And hey, I spoke on that earlier this week. He's trying to turn it around on me. A nuclear family, thanks for the super chat. Are you thrilled when players answer your questions like I am when you answer mine? Also, do you reporters and players hang out socially with players? Definitely not on that second one. Players want nothing to do with the media guys when they're away from the facility. Although I will say Bakhtiari came over and visited Corey and I at Corey's house last year when we recorded Nagler's Never Right when he appeared on the podcast. And we hung out for pretty much the balance of the afternoon, drinking beers and talking and having a good time. So, but, that was in service of him appearing on the podcast. But, like, hanging out, that used to happen back in the day. Mike Silver can tell you some great stories about coming to Green Bay and hanging out with Leroy Butler and company. But these days, that doesn't happen pretty much at all. But as far as do I get excited about players answering questions, I mean, not really, not anymore. I mean, sure, like 10 years ago when we first started and we would get guys on Packer transplants, I definitely freaked out. But now it's definitely part of the gig, it's what I'm supposed to do, is be on these calls and ask questions and go into the locker room and talk to guys. And then we, sometimes have them appear on our show. So, yeah, I don't know, not the way I used to, that's for sure. No doubt about it. Patrick, morning. How are you? Oh, morning here. It's probably way afternoon or evening where you are. Hey, look, it's Aaron Nagler. What's up, Will Glass? How are you? Who wins Sunday? Joshua, please. I'll have a preview video up later today. Check it out. Monday's headline: Rashawn Gary breaks into U.S. Bank, has a whole meal, says he's still hungry. Robert, I like it. I do think he's going to come on. Nags, I tweeted to you last night. Thanks to the super chat, Brian. I found the toilet bowl Super Bowl guy. Get him on Cheesehead TV. Oh my God. Yes. 1,000%. Email me, Aaron@cheeseheadtv.com. I gotta hook that up. Does Mike Zimmer seem like he'd be part of the Sith? Darth Zimmer. Yeah, no doubt. Go Pack Go from Virginia. Lloyd, what's up? Go Pack Go from New York. Is it me, or did last night's game look like preseason? I don't think so. I was actually pretty surprised at how smooth it was and how kind of out of the gate ready they looked. I mean, I don't know, man. There were certainly moments of sloppiness, what have you, but no more so than most NFL football games these days. I mean, I do think some NFL football has devolved into preseason-like contests as it is in general, but yeah, no, I didn't. I was actually surprised at how crisp some of it was. Jake, thanks for the super chat. Over under on F-bombs picked up by the mic with no fans/crowd noise. I'm sure that's something the NFL is worried about, and one of the reasons why they are going to have, or their broadcast partners will be having fake crowd noise over the broadcast. But yeah, I think you'll probably hear one or two of them. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Any new thoughts on the season after watching the game last night? If Zimmer is the Sith, Trubisky is Jar Jar Binks. I love all the Star Wars shade for the division rivals. I'm all in on that. Any new thoughts on the season after watching the game last night? No, Dustin. Only thoughts I had are thank God football's back. That's it. That's all I got for you. I did find it interesting. I thought it didn't look like the Chiefs really gunned it. You know what I mean? Like Mahomes, I think, didn't complete a pass over 16 yards. Everything was at or near the line of scrimmage. And they leaned on the running game, and it wasn't like they went crazy with design or scheme. And that's kind of scary for the rest of the league. Nick, thanks to the super chat. Last year's motto, cautiously optimistic. This year's, no one's going to see it coming. How's that? D-Train, no one sees it coming. There you go. Boom. Print the shirt. FMC, thanks to the super chat. What the hell just happened? I messed up and took OT on Sunday. I can still watch via Red Zone. Do I have to pay a penance for working on opening day, especially since versus the Vikings? No, man, there's no penance. There's no shame in needing to work and do your thing. Absolutely not. You know, I used to follow along with games when I was living in North Carolina, and I worked at a restaurant, and I would have a little, because this is way before I had a smartphone or whatever, I had a little transistor radio that I would bring along with me, and I would turn it down when I go to a table, take their order, bring their food, and then as soon as I'm walking back to the kitchen, I would turn it back up so I could hear it. Man, no shame at all. Everybody's got to make a living. Better handshake this year. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see. Should be fun. Oh, we got Dustin. Thanks to the super chat. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Dustin. Get Packers football back in 2 days. Do you think LaFleur will power move Zimmer and lock in the handshake? Give him the old vice. I don't know. Who knows if they even shake hands? I mean, if the players aren't allowed to swap jerseys, I don't think the coaches should be allowed to shake hands. I know Matt didn't answer my question yesterday, but I made the joke about Zimmer, but that's a genuine question. Are they going to shake hands? Are they going to be allowed to? I don't know. And apparently neither does Matt. So we'll see. That would be hilarious, though, if he did. Morning, my lovely Packer family. What's up, Miles? How are you? Joey the Jaguar, thank you for the super chat. Episode comes out today at 11. Thanks again, Nags. Thank you for having me on. If you haven't checked it out, check out Joey and Big B's podcast. Available wherever podcasts are available. And I'll be on it today. Aaron Harper, hi. How are you? How do I think that Green Bay attacks the Vikings' young secondary? I don't think they're going to make too much of it. I think they'll stick within their plan as far as mixing things up and being really multiple. I'd be very surprised if they try to, like, say, ISO Devontae with a lot of motion and get him lined up on some of those younger corners. I do think we're going to see Devontae, the one kind of nod to that, I think we're going to see Devontae kick inside a lot into the slot, get him away from the perimeter. He ran a lot on the perimeter last year, but I think this year they're going to try and get him inside because regardless of who the Vikings roll out there, they were really susceptible to slot guys last year. And you put Devontae in there, he could really cook. What else we got? Corey, thank you for the super chat. Bravo to you pinning Coach down on the handshake. So good question. Big deal that there's still an open roster spot? Not really a big deal. I mean, the fact that Ted used to do that all the time, keep a spot open because he just didn't feel that it was necessary to bring somebody up. Now, maybe they're waiting to make a move. I would think it would probably happen prior to week one, after week one, but you never really know. And don't forget, they have until tomorrow at 4:00 to bring up somebody from the practice squad if they so choose. It's a new thing this year because of COVID. There are 2 spots that they can basically designate where they bring a guy up. So we'll see. Jesse, thanks for the super chat. I suction cup my iPad in the tractor windshield to watch the game while I'm farming. Do what you got to do. That's fantastic. That is one of the most Wisconsin things I have ever heard, and I absolutely love it. That's phenomenal. Thank you for the super chat, Jesse. Andres, thanks for the super chat. Hi from Mexico. Carrying the G around here. Would love to see a Mexican Packers player one day. I mean, I think it's got to be inevitable, right? Someday. I don't know who it would be at this point. Maybe some young tyke toddling around at the moment, but someday. Kyle, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Nags, I missed what happened with Bakhtiari and Rob Domofsky. Is Bakhtiari seriously pissed about something, or is it a joke? Get Olive a dog. Thanks, Kyle. It's kind of a joke, but also kind of real. So when we were talking to Za'Darius at the beginning of the offseason, Rob asked him a question and said, but he framed it in a really weird way because he was talking about Za'Darius being so outgoing and gregarious. And he said, because David is like that now, meaning Bakhtiari, he said, but when David was a rookie, he was. And then he said this live on the call. He said, but David was kind of a dick. And everyone was like, wait, did he just say that? What? So the offensive line obviously has glommed onto that and made it a shtick all offseason and summer and camp and what have you. So like Corey Linsley demanded a written apology. Lane Taylor called him Richard, obviously the proper name for Dick. And so it's just been this ongoing thing. And Bakhtiari's first availability this year during camp, he said he wanted to hear from each and every media member what they thought of him his rookie year. So it's just been this ongoing thing. And then yesterday, he said what he said. But it's mostly a joke. But there's a little, like every good joke, there's a little bit of truth in there. Little bit of truth. Let's see. Calico, thanks for the super chat. When is Bob going to apologize for his blasphemy? Never. Dakoba, is that like Dagobah? 20. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. I don't see a question there, though, but thanks for the support. What else we got here? What else we got? There we go. I think I'm all caught up now. What is the IR rules this year? Oh, they are plentiful. The biggest change is the ability to bring guys back after 3 weeks rather than 8. You normally, it started as you only have one guy, and then you could bring back 2 guys, and then 3 guys, and now you can bring back whoever you want after 3 weeks. But they do, if you go on IR, you have to sit out for at least 3 weeks. Packers football in 2 days. I can't believe it. LaFleur wants to run the ball, but you got to attack these young corners this weekend, right, Matt? Not necessarily. I think that's where teams get in trouble, where they go, oh, they've got this weak link. We have to do that. You play your offense, man. Now, that doesn't mean they won't throw the ball, and that doesn't mean that they won't attack the corners, but not in lieu of or instead of running the football. Got to run the ball. That opens everything up in this offense. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. Why does the NFL keep snubbing the Packers on opening day? The Jags opener, the 100th season opened in freaking Chicago, and now a noon opener in Minnesota. I like the noon. Get it out of the way. I'm not complaining about it. Hey, man, the Packers have had plenty of great opening days. Don't forget, the Packers opened up after the renovation of Lambeau. Yo, big deal, right? Oh, my gosh. And then the Vikings came in and won. Man, just play the game. I don't care where it's played, man. Just open and kick some ass. I mean, yeah, they played in Chicago, but they played in Green Bay the year before. They had the great comeback. It's okay, dude. Could we hold Kansas City to less than 31? Sure, with prayer. Do I think fans will be allowed in the stands in all stadiums after seeing what the Chiefs did last night? Not right away. Plenty of teams have, including the Packers, have said no fans, at least initially, for a couple games. Packers will definitely stick with that. And there are plenty of teams that have said no fans throughout the season. I don't think they're going to change. So, yeah, I mean, it was fine. I think it went off okay, so to speak. It was weird seeing a smattering of fans, but I don't think that's going to change anybody's mind at the ownership level. Because that's the other thing. It has to be an owner to make that call, Any chance to get Packers PR Sarah Quick on a watch party? She has a very soothing voice. Oh my God, that's phenomenal. I'm going to send that to Sarah. That's great. I don't know. I'll ask her. I don't think she could get on a watch party, though, because she's usually working during the games. But maybe we get her on transplants. That'd be outstanding. That's outstanding. I love it. How many backups play because of COVID in 2020? Are we talking NFL or Packers? NFL? 37. Packers? 2. You're welcome. Do you think Dylan will have any impact this week? Minimal, I would think. Maybe he comes in to salt things away in the fourth quarter if they've got a lead. But I think it's going to be the Jones and Williams show for week 1. Fourth quarter TD catch, MVS, Lazard, or Tanyan? Give me Lazard. Got to go with Lazard on that one. Watching last night was just like watching the Chargers play at home last year. Ouch. Yeah, but at least they had opposing fans in the stands most of the time. Man, as Packers fans, we can't say anything about the Chargers because they whooped our ass last year. So, I got nothing to say about the Chargers. Even if the Packers and Chiefs play in the Super Bowl, would you rather see Mahomes throw it more or have them run with CEH more. Scary thought right there. I would just hold on for dear life, really. But yeah, I probably want Mahomes throwing. Meanwhile, in Chicago, Graham drops a pass. No doubt. Nicely done, Brandy. Who scores the first TD? I always love these questions. Josiah DeGuara. No, I think it'll be like Jamal Williams or Aaron Jones. Thoughts on the D-line other than Kenny? They got to step up. They need more consistent play out of guys like Lancaster, Dean Lowry, and Kingsley Keke. Those are the three. Those three guys have got to be more consistent. I mean, there ain't a cavalry coming. Max on the practice squad. Who knows if they bring him up, but it's on those three. They got to make life easier for Kenny. No question about it. Thank you for the card. Go Pack Go. Patrick, thank you for your support of Cheesehead TV and being a Patreon member. Patrick gave it a level where you get a signed Packer Transplants postcard from Corey and I. Thank you, Patrick. Could Swerve catch some balls in the slot? Weapon, yes, 1 billion %. You'll see him everywhere. No question about it. I mean, I don't know how much they'll lean into that week one, but they will utilize him on offense this year, no doubt about it. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. How many of their 10 tight ends did the Bears need to maximize check down options for Trubisky? I think they were down to like 6 last time I looked, but I'm not quite sure. Aaron Jones ISO on Eric Kendricks has me excited. Hey, man, for good reason. And I wouldn't discount Jamal Williams either. It isn't. Rodgers and company are not blowing smoke when they talk about Williams looking different and looking really good in the passing game. No doubt about it. Go Pack Go from Denmark. Go Pack Go from New York City. What's up? In Rodgers' interview the other day, he was leaking secrets about DeGuara. Well, I wouldn't say they were secrets. He was saying he thought he'd be a little bit more involved than Dylan, which kind of came as a surprise to me, but we'll see what happens on Sunday. Is Demovsky the reason Bakhtiari's contract negotiations are non-existent? No, but I'm gonna perpetuate that rumor. That's outstanding. Michael, thank you for the super chat. How big of an impact will Chandon Sullivan have this year? A significant one, I think. There's no question Packers fans are going to miss Tramon Williams for the leader he was and his play on the football field and being one of the few vets back there. But Chandon is going to step in and make immediate contributions in that slot role. And I don't doubt for a second that he is going to make that transition an easier one than it might have been for Packers fans. He's got excellent kind of instincts, a good ability to kind of read route combinations and know where he needs to get to. And there's no question. I think he's a bit more physical than most people give him credit for. He can rush the passer. He can hold up against the run. I'm excited, man. I think he'll be a legitimate, I'm a playmaker, but he'll be an important cog in this machine. Nathan, thanks for the super chat. Bakhtiari's agent and Packers not talking yet. Well, yeah, but guys, there's no deadline. The deadline is like March of next year. Until there's a deadline, don't worry about it. I don't understand everybody's fixation and obsession with it. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Mike. Brandy, can you ask Rodgers to hit Aaron Andrews in the face with a football, please? Well, they're friends, so I don't know about that, but I can certainly try, Brandy. No question about it. Going to see Tenet tonight. You are going to fucking love it, Mark. It is outstanding. Such a good movie. Well, I guess I missed it. What is your final Packers record prediction? I gave it up on Nagler's Never Right. Available exclusively to Patreon members. I'll also have a video out with it later today. Dan with the question of the day. Why does Banky dislike Peter Bukowski so much? Man, you'd have to ask Corey Banky. I don't know. He just rubs him the wrong way on Twitter. And look, I don't have a dog in the fight. I think Peter's a fine individual. I've met him. We've had beers. I think he's a cool guy. He does he's a little abrasive on Twitter for my taste, but hey, so am I. I'm not for everybody, and neither is Pete, and that's fine. And the world keeps going round. But as far as why does Banky really go in on him, you'd have to ask. You'd have to ask Corey. Who will be our tight end one? I mean, I think it'll be Tanyan early. I think Jace will get there eventually. Obviously, Sternberger's behind a little bit because of being on the COVID-19 reserve list early in camp. Tanyan has had a really strong camp, and I think there's no question he'll be tight end one to start. Riley, thank you for the super chat. Still funny that the Bears took Trubisky over Mahomes and Watson. How great was it when Watson sat down next to Mahomes after running out of bounds last night? Perfect picture for Bears fans everywhere. All right, guys, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers. Please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're so inclined, please consider giving us $5 a month on our Patreon page, patreon.com/cheeseheadtv. It supports everything we do, including the live watch parties each and every week, including an hour pregame, an hour postgame. That's 5 hours of live streaming each and every game day here on Cheesehead TV. I'll be live at noon Eastern on Sunday for everything going down in the green and gold. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Packers.